Hello everyone, I've brought a super easy sewing tutorial for you today. My favorite thing about sewing is being able to create unique garments. For this project, I transformed a thrifted dress into a beautiful summer set. You'll find the printable pattern in the description, where you can access all of the important information about printing, cutting, and more. In this video, I'll be making the skirt, and soon I'll also bring you the tutorial and pattern for the top. So let's get started the sewing. First, press 1.5 centimeter towards the wrong side along the lengthwise edge of the top skirt piece. Then fold and press it again another 1.5 centimeter. My pieces have a couple of extensions because I'm remaking this from an existing garment. If you're cutting from fabric, you won't have these extensions. Stitch all the way along one of the folds. We'll sew the waist of the skirt with elastic thread. You'll need to hand wind it onto the bobbin. Don't wind it too tightly, but it shouldn't be loose either. It's difficult to demonstrate this on video, but the tension should be just right so that the thread slides out of your hand smoothly. Adjust the stitch length to approximately 4. Stitch the first line along the fold. Make sure the right side of the fabric is facing up, as the elastic will be visible on the back. Use regular thread for the upper thread. If you're a beginner, I suggest copying the shirring lines entirely from the pattern. If you're more experienced, you can just mark the beginning and end of the line and continue sewing at the same distance from the previous line. Don't forget to backstitch at the start and end. When sewing the next line, gently smooth out the area in front of the sewing machine foot. Be careful not to pull too hard. Sew along all 5 lines using this elastic thread. Periodically check how much elastic thread is left on the bobbin. If it's running out while sewing the line, it's better to rip out the seam and start that line again. With that, the top part of the skirt is done. Now on to the bottom half. Just like with the top piece, fold the lengthwise edges twice by 1.5 centimeters towards the wrong side. Switch the lower thread to regular thread and stitch down both folds. the stitch length to the maximum. Sew on both sides of the previous stitching. Don't stitch too close to it. Backstitch only at the beginning of the seam, not at the end. Grasp firmly either the 2 upper or 2 lower threads and gently start pulling the fabric. This is a simple method to gather a section to the desired length. Measure the bottom of the top piece. You need to gather the bottom piece to be exactly this length. Align the bottom edge of the top piece with the top edge of the bottom piece, ensuring both are facing right side up. Match up the seams of the 2 folds and pin. Sew the 2 pieces together along the center seam. Pick the 2 long basting stitches. These were only used for gathering the fabric. Pin and sew the side of the skirt with the wrong sides together, using a 1 centimeter seam allowance. Always backstitch once or twice when sewing on the elastic thread. Then press the seam flat. Trim the seam allowance down to about 3 mm, being careful not to cut into the stitches. Fold the fabric along the seam so that the right sides are now together. Sew a second seam with a 1 centimeter seam allowance. Press the seam again to create a crisp fold. The skirt is ready. In the next video, I'll show you how to make the matching top. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you found the content enjoyable. Your feedback helps me improve and create more content you'll love in the future. I appreciate your support and look forward to seeing you in the next video.